Good afternoon, Mickey.
Good afternoon, Paul. How are you doing?
Yeah, not bad, yeah. So, for anyone watching who doesn't know, this is Red Venom. And you had a big hit in the 90s, didn't you?
Yeah. Let's Get It On, it was called.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on a few like soundtracks and stuff like that, and it went to like number, I think it was 41 in the charts. It just didn't make the top 40. If it made the top 40, it would have gone even bigger and stuff like that.
I was looking at your Facebook yesterday, and I was thinking, what's your Irish connection? But I didn't know, was you originally from Dublin?
Yeah, originally from Dublin, but sort of conceived in Dublin, but sort of born on like on the shores of Liverpool and registered at Salford.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a thingy ones, but yeah, that's it. And then I was adopted to a family here. Mum and Dad were both teachers and stuff like that. Who actually taught Tony Wilson. My dad taught him at Dulles College. Yeah. So and my mum taught him at drama, and he was said he was highly intelligent and stuff like that.
You post a few times about your mum and dad.
Yeah.
So like I always look here and I think that's someone who's really proud of his roots. Yeah,
no, I am. Yeah, they've brought me up, and like the way I look at it, was giving a second chance, because a lot of kids get lost in. So obviously I was at Salford Rescue Site for just over a year, and then I was adopted. And the story is my sister, who was adopted from Belfast first, a couple of years later, so I want a brother, a baby John, she said. So it was her that chose me, but they changed my name to Michael after the Dublin connection. Michael
Collins.
That's the one,
yeah.
So we actually called Michael John after that.
Yeah.
That was my first rap name, MJ, Michael
was
John,
it?
when we was working with Poz, Kenzie and everyone.
I saw a picture, because I grew up in, we went to the same school, didn't we?
Yeah, St Patrick's, yeah.
Yeah, and I saw a picture and I recognised the bedroom straight away, and it was Paul Farmer, like DJ Poz. And he was a brilliant mixer, wasn't he?
Yeah, wicked, brilliant, scratching and everything, cutting up, he could do everything. The first time I met him was through Pressure, who I might have mentioned before, that came down, to the school to have a fight with someone.
Yeah.
And then Kev Hall, a lad we was all doing graffiti with, said, "Yo, you want to hear this rap kid rap in the year below?" So he's like, "Who is it? Let's have a listen." So it got me to the thing. Obviously, he didn't have the fight with a lad, disappeared. Kenzie was a bit rough and ready. But Kenzie beatboxed and he got freestyle. I was like, "Oh, what?" And then ended up freestyling, and that's how we ended up going down to Pozzies. He said, "We've got this friend," and there's a guy called Twiggy, and quite a few of them from the Monton, the old Monton clock and stuff, he used to hang about there.
Yeah.
And then that's how I ended up meeting Poz and working with Poz.
I couldn't believe because I grew up on the Street Sounds Electro albums.
Yeah.
And then there was Donald D and the B-Boys. And I couldn't believe Poz texted one day and said, "Donald D's around my house." And I thought, nah. But then you're mates with him now.
Yeah, working with Donald for quite a few years now.
Yeah.
So he was the one who introduced me to Ice-T and the Rhyme Syndicate and everything. He's been a big link
Have you met
up for me. There's a story, me and the kids went to see Body Count, and I was supposed to meet Ice-T. Donald had set it up, Paul and Mac had set it up from Body Count, a load of people, and I got there, and there was I think he was running a bit late. His daughter hadn't been too well, and he turned up, and Ice-T came in, and it was at the O2 Ritz, and we'd been there all day, like waiting around, like to get the passes for the show and stuff like that. And Ice-T turned up, and he was over at the meet and greet, but he was waiting with the Body Count group. And my son's going, "Go over, say hello, go over, say no." And Ice-T kept looking over. So I thought, he knows who he sort of might know who I am because he's seen us. So long story short, I didn't go over. And then I met his daughter later on. Ice had to go onto the coach because his younger daughter wasn't ill. But we met his older daughter, Coco, and all the others. But yeah, it was a shame. We were supposed to go on the coach, but then there was a lot of people trying to get in the way that shouldn't have been there,
Yeah.
So at the end they had to shut it down. So next time, as they say.
It never gets talked about the hip-hop scene in Manchester, does it? But for a lot of us, that was our route into house music. And I remember hanging about in spinning records, listening for what came out. And you just kept going, haven't you?
Yeah, I just kept at it. I mean, back in the Manchester thing, I mean, we did a lot of competitions and stuff. And a guy called Prince Cool who did Here Comes the Judge, he was the guy got us through, and he was a youth worker and stuff like that, Robert he's called. And he sort of encouraged us when we were younger with me and Pressure to move like forward. Then we ended up on Leaky Fresh show, and I was telling you about the tape I found of it, where we're beatboxing and rapping with Pause. MC Tunes was there that day. He just doing the album promo, and I was like, I'm going to show MC Tunes I can rap, because I'd seen him on Top of the Pops, everything. Yeah. And then I was like, in the studio on Sunset, and by this time that I got on the mic, he'd gone. So I was like, that was the first like proper signed rapper I think I'd ever met. Yeah. So, or in the room we briefly talked and stuff like that. So
you met Shannon as well, didn't you?
Shannon, yeah, that was at the 25th anniversary of Street Sounds. So I was on the bill because I did the song with Man Parrish, the Boogie Down Bronx retake called the B-Boy Supreme. Shannon was there, Mantronics, Chad Jackson was there from Manchester, Davey DMX, there was loads there, Leroy Burgess, do you remember him, the singer and stuff like that, off the old Street Sounds? Yeah. And there's a lot of compilation, the Fat Bop, is it Fat Bop?
Fat Bop Band.
They were there as well, yeah.
I fell in love with it.
Yeah, and the story is they had a VIP bit there that they put on. Anyway, I used to work in the bars and that, and my bag was full of bottles from a shop. I was like going to get wrecked, we'd make all these cocktails. So everyone stayed out with us, Davey DMX, Mantronics and loads of others was all outside with us, like drinking, and Chad Jackson, we got a bit worse for wear, and Davey DMX was telling us stories about fried chicken and stuff like that. It was like a comedy moment. I wish someone filmed it. It was a great, and Rob Larson can vouch for me on this one. He was there from London. So, but yeah, it was a great. I didn't go on stage till 3 a.m. Yeah. And David DMX started playing the bass, but the sound engineer said you can't do it because we've set the things up, and I was gutted because I thought I can get to jam live with David DMX. So he just finished a tour. I think he was DJing for Public Enemy at the time, and he had the tracksuit on and everything. Yeah. I've got some good pictures of that actually as well.
You got to, I mean, you had a big hit in America. Did it get in the top 40 in America?
I'm not sure where it got to in the States, but it ended up on Miss Congeniality, Sex in the City, and loads of other stuff. City, yeah. Yeah, we had Sandra Bullock on a conference call. Sandra Bullock actually picked the track herself. I don't know how she got to hear it and everything. Yeah. And we're in these all around the world records, and she's on a conference call, and Sandra Bullock was there with Captain Kirk. What's he called? William Shatner. Yeah, because he's on the film, and on the extra, she even gives a shout out and a mention the pair of them. And they was on this call, and I was going. I can't even Captain Kirk in my head. I couldn't say anything for laughing and stuff like that. But yeah, she was on, said, I love the song, and she like put it on to other people. So at the same time on that roster, Mobb Deep was on it, and Snoop Dogg. We was on that billing for that for TBT Records, because they licensed it in the state, and we're supposed to do a 3-album deal. Worth 5 million. We signed a contract over here. And
what, worth 5 million?
5 million. Wow. I went out celebrating that night, and guess what? 2 weeks later, the contract fell through, and we'd already signed out half. So
why did it fall through?
No one knows. I think the label had tried putting on other artists as part of a deal and pushing them through, and then the Americans pulled out of it, said you're messing us about and stuff like that. I found that out. I think the lad told me, I won't say his name, but a few years later he dug into it and found out from America he had connections over there. Yeah. So I was a bit disappointed with that. Obviously I was a lot disappointed, and then the deal, we did Follow Me with the John Conga sample, which is used in Step On by the Happy Mondays, the din 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 din. Yeah. We did that, and that was supposed to be massive and come out. And we did the video, and in the video it was filmed in London, and they set fire to a car. And the story in the rap was to turn people away from the gangster stuff and like the violence. And they set fire to a car and something else, and some of the footage had breakdancing skaters, and it was great. But you have to see the video, it's on YouTube. But they banned it on MTV, and then the label got crumbly legs and decided they weren't going to release it. So then the whole contract had run out. I left the label, then Follow Me comes out. Yeah. But obviously I didn't promote it, so it's just out there at the time. So,
do you know when I was buying inputs, some records really stood out, and that Public Enemy first album, it's like, wow, this is amazing.
Oh yeah. It was the thing, yeah. No,
Your Bum Rush the Show.
Bum Rush the Show, yeah. All the albums up to like, well, all of them now, even now, they're still like, the first ones though, they'd set it off for me on the play. I remember playing tapes of them and stuff like that. I remember cutting up. A lot of people did Bring the Noise. You remember Bring the Noise?
Yeah.
I got that in spinning on a little single because you used to buy the little 7s because they were cheaper.
Yeah.
So obviously I buy that because it wasn't working. Yeah, they did the 7 inches. Yeah, I got Man Parrish. Was it Man Parrish? No, Mantronics from there.
Yeah.
Ladies and Needle to the Groove, and I got the Beastie Boys. Got loads of stuff. Jungle Brothers, Girl at House You. I got that from there as well.
You know them, don't you?
Yeah. Sammy.
How did you get to meet them?
Through Sammy B, through working with Donald and stuff like that. But I reached out to Sammy. There was what was the first time I met him? There was in London, and me and CRF went down, and we just bonded with Sammy. Then a few years later, they came over. I was with Sammy again. Sammy's like Mike, and Sammy got me on the. He's just come out on vinyl but because of COVID, there was delays. But a mixtape album. It's an album, but done as a mixtape called The Bush Camp Crew. Yeah. And that's on vinyl. And Sammy B from the Jungle Brothers produced the whole album. So, but the story of that is weird because I don't even remember him at the International. I didn't go. I was a lot younger, but they did a DJ set in a spinning. So I was wagging school, and I got caught wagging school.
Jungle Brothers did?
Yeah. Sammy and that was did it. Yeah, they're supposed to do it. I don't know if it happened. Cash Money did one as well. Yeah. And a few others used to do them at the I think it was at the Boots one. What's that road called? No, the one that was
Crash
at Boots. Yeah, on the underground market. It was there. So I got caught wagging it just by chance. My mum was picking up my sister from work, and then all these years later, I'm working with them. It's like a weird coincidence and stuff like that.
You got to know Public Enemy as well, didn't you?
Yeah, Chuck and that, yeah. There was a moment when there was a Prophets of Rage, and I met Chuck before, got introduced to him, and he'd been listening to my stuff, and he'd playing it on his radio, and we're at Prophets of Rage, and Chuck D, everyone's going, oh, it's Chuck D, and he comes Red Venom straight over to me, and he goes, I've been playing your stuff on radio, I hope you're listening to it. And
so he's playing your stuff on radio? Yeah. Well, like older stuff? Or?
Well, it was the newer stuff at the time. They stopped acting with Donald and stuff. And he said, have you got the app on your phone? So I said, yeah. And I'm with my mate Shan, DJ Shan from London, who came down for it. So he said, let me check your phone. Did I have the app on it? No, I didn't, but he downloaded it for me while I was there. Yeah. And then I ended up signing to Spit Slam Records, which is their distribution company through Chuck and the guy called C-Doc, who doing Stetsasonic new album and B-Boy stuff.
Are they still going?
Yeah, Stetsasonic got a new album out, because I'm pretty close to Bobby Sims, the drummer. Yeah. Dead nice guy from Brooklyn. He's got a radio show, and he'd heard about us from other people. He said, can you send me some stuff? And he started playing it on the radio and stuff like that. Yeah. So, I think Thingy's on there. Daddy O from Stetsasonic. Chill Rob G. He's on there. He's got a brilliant album, but Spit Slam is definitely worth looking out. They press vinyl and stuff like that as well. So there's just released a new Public Enemy album, I think, on there as well. Yeah. Or Chuck D's new album, should I say, solo stuff as well. But there is a new PE album out at the moment.
Do you know one thing I don't know much about? So when I started out buying inputs and then hang around at Pozzies, and then I went to a mixed final at Hacienda. I think that was the first time I ever went to Hacienda, actually. But then I never went to any clubs that were like just about hip hop. Yeah. You've probably lived at them scenes.
Yeah, it was a weird thing because it was hammered at one when we was younger. A lot of people going out, and then it was hammered. I really wasn't going because I was younger, and it was the other side of Manchester. Back then, it was like another world, you know. Going from one side of Manchester to the other, it's like now it's all like everyone knows each other. But in the early 90s, so we started going to venues and stuff like that more and stuff. I mean, the first concert I seen to tell live was Run DMC and the Beastie Boys with David DMX and DJ Hurricane, and a lad called...
Did you have a Volkswagen? Did you nick a...
Yeah, they've got one missing one. I've had the Mercedes one as well.
Did you get one?
Seen the racking and stuff, yeah. I remember someone getting out in a close shave trying to get me that. Yeah. Some guy coming out and stuff like that. But yeah, that was the first concert scene at the Apollo. Yeah. A guy called Rico took me, Robert, and that was the first thing he took me. My mum went, if he can't take you, because my mum was teaching at the time, in Manchester. He said, Robert will take you. He's like one of the older lads. You'll be all right. I said, well, you don't take me. Your dad can take me. I thought, my dad's teacher there in a suit at a Run DMC concert. And some of the concerts were a bit rowdy then, you know what I mean? So a lot of taxing going on and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, then the 90s, so we started the 90s, we went to a lot of stuff. But then it sort of got a bit like gangstery and stuff like that.
Was there any clubs that was just hip-hop?
Yeah, there was quite a few of them, yeah. Like the Sankey Soaps did the hip-hop nights and stuff like that. Yeah, they had quite a few. I think Sefton was doing stuff, you know, Sefton Madface, he did a lot of stuff there. And like other people, and I think what was it called, Taste of Difference a bit later on and stuff. But yeah, there were quite a few hip-hop.
Taste of Difference, that was at the back of the Ritz, wasn't it?
Yeah. And they did some stuff at the Roadhouse, they brought Dell there and stuff like that. And to be fair, Mark Ray, actually, I mentioned this story last time. Mark Ray and what do you call him? Christie. I think it was Christie, Mark Ray. Christie, it might have been Christie. The Grand Central lot did a night called the State Fever at the State, and that's when we got up and had the battle raps with them lads. I think, and there was me, Eric T, another guy, and that's when the competition got a bit rowdy with freestyle, and then I saw like there was a group of them and stuff like that, and he got a bit on top at the time, yeah. But we ended up friends with him, and that was it, you know what I mean? But that was a good hip-hop night, that was freestyling and stuff like that.
Yeah, there was a lot of aggression around drum and bass, wasn't there?
Yeah, the jungle scene when it came up.
Off, wasn't it?
Yeah, when he put finger. I mean, I think a lot of people from the hip-hop, you know, there was a lot of gang thing going around the hip-hop stuff, that sort of moved over. And then the hip-hop stuff went more student-y again and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, stuff, but... You know, because there was a lot of student nights putting on hip hop, and it was more like accepted. Because when we were doing nights when it was a bit shady, shall we say, without going into detail, we had to put like old school hip hop, R&B, funk, jazz. You couldn't just put hip hop on the flyers or rap night or something like that, because the managers of the clubs were a bit like, can cause trouble at the doors. I mean, we did a night in the music box, and the armed police walked in, they had a tip-off. Right across the dance floor, we had Leaky Fresh, Sefton, loads of others DJing. It was a great night, it was there, it was hammered. And the armed police walked right through the crowd into it, and it cleared the dance floor and made the night, you know. Then they said they had a tip-up of a gang affiliations or something like that in there. And it sort of like killed the night off a bit. Yeah. But there was people in there, but there was no trouble. But that's one of the stories, yeah.
There's a photograph of you in Alaska.
Alaska Bar, yeah, that was a hip hop night as well. On I think it was a Thursday, Tuesday, I can't remember. We used to get up freestyling, and there used to be guys like Busy B, Cutty Mello, Eric, Busy B. Yeah, you should get Busy B on this. Yeah, he did a lot of the big soul nights and R&B nights and stuff like that. There was him, Mafrateri, and loads of others that were Alaska Bar. The big crew was I was knocking about with a load of lads from Eric T's mates in Old Trafford and up that way. Yeah. So, and the Thursday night they all used to go down there and stuff, like a sound system, it was brilliant. Zipper Farai used to come down, do you know Zipper? Did the keys to my phone on Britain's Got Talent, but he did other stuff, but he used to do a thing called Zipper TV. He's got loads of footage. Yeah. I think he's one of me starting to freestyle. He's got the rest of it on at Alaska when I was there. Yeah. And then trying to get the rest of the footage of him, but he used to go down, and a guy called G-Rock and loads of others. It was a great night. And Pressure and that used to come down as well. Yeah. And a lad called Joyce, and then it was good nights, you know what I mean? And we all fun, get your cheap bottles aside and then go down there. And then you'll be coming out a bit like that and getting the kebab from the local kebab place next door. What
has Donald D think of Salford and
Manchester? He likes it. Yeah, he keeps asking to come back. Yeah, he likes Salford as well. They took him around. Well, he didn't actually go round, but he went round it in the Salford precinct. He was a bit like, that was a few years ago. He was a bit like, it looks a bit like the Bronx, part of the Bronx or something.
Did you think the Salford precinct was like the Bronx?
Yeah, it looks a bit, you know, the flats and stuff like that. But but he likes Manchester as well. We've performed quite several times here and stuff like that with him. And the crowd's always been great, you know what I mean? So we're looking at getting back over. We're doing some education stuff at one point, teaching, so we're going to be looking at doing that again with Donald. So
it's mad, isn't it? Because like we got into it, I think I was in God, I can't remember now. Maybe like 85, 86 when I
you
got
know-
into hip hop.
Did you know? I didn't even know. Right, I'm going to admit this on camera. The B-boys, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realise years later Donald D was in the B-boys
Yeah.
because we didn't have the internet and stuff
Yeah.
like that and the
Yeah.
news and stuff. I didn't even know
Yeah.
until quite a few years back, actually, not
Yeah.
too long back, and I was like shocked.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That because it was a totally different rap style as well that he was doing
Yeah.
when he was doing the stuff with Brother B and stuff. But I'm on the B-Boys album. I'm on a track with them called Rock the Crowd.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to send it over
Yeah,
to you.
yeah, I'll have to listen
We're
to
trying
it.
to look at doing a video and stuff like that. But it's a good album, the B-Boys. It takes you back to that essence.
Yeah, when you hear that stick-up kid.
Yeah,
it's just
Stick Up
basic,
Kid
innit?
and stuff
But-
like that. Yeah. And the girls track, the Millie did it.
Yeah,
They really did.
yeah.
You know, it was good days. I mean, I used to breakdance to him and stuff like that and body pop before I was rapping.
Yeah.
It was down at Eccles with DJ Mezza. Do you know Mezza? Merrick?
Rings a bell.
Yeah, and
yeah.
Pos was there before. So Pos was there dancing with Rick Shaw and all them.
Yeah.
And on the Eccles thing. And I didn't know that was Pos years later when I was going to his house, the same guy. But they all used to go, sometimes they'd be on Eccles Precincts and then they'd be on that square, the grass square in Monton.
Yeah.
Down that way. So
Yeah, he was mates with, I mean, it's funny what people remember in it, but so we used to listen to the Stu Allen show for hip hop.
Yeah.
The spinning top 10. And then there's a rapper, MC D. And then
Eccles.
Stu Allen said, didn't he?
From Eccles,
and he's,
you
and he's
believe?
from Eccles, would you believe?
yeah.
He
MC
was rapping
did,
that,
yeah.
didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, the bus on the bus station. I remember that, and there's some of the other stuff, and like Martin, who I know now from Rebels in Effect, and there was that other group who did the Bare Necessities. I don't know who it was, but they sampled Bare Necessities, Mouth in Motion,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. There was all these local groups going about, MC Marte, Lady Tame, there was other stuff. Busby, obviously, Rap Assassins, you know, there was quite a few.
Did any female rappers do well in Manchester? Can you mention Lady Tame there, or were they just known on the circuit?
I think like Lady Tame was signed up in London to Music Alive, so I think that was like big up there as well. Marte, I think, was on the white label, and then she went on to do stuff with I think she was doing stuff on the label I did. That I think she did something with ZZ. Is it ZZ Top? I'm sure she did something with ZZ Top or something.
Did you?
Marte
With them with
did,
it on
yeah.
Ritz?
Yeah. She would think he was on All Around the World Records. I'm not sure.
How did that happen?
I don't know. I was at the label at the time. I think I was there either later or before. I can't remember. But the reason I know, because we were in London, got to see House of Pain, Everlast out of House of Pain when he started doing the blues stuff. And the PR girls who was working for the label was telling us, well, you know Marseille and stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, it's from Manchester. So I think they were setting up. So it must have been roughly around the same time then.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And you got to do I was going to say video, and you got to do record with Man Parrish, didn't you?
Yeah, the Boogie Down Bronx. We redid that with Man Parrish, and the called the B-Boy Supreme, changed up. That come out on the new Street Sounds Electro as well.
Did it?
Yeah, because they've not done them for a bit, but they did about 2012. They did a 1, 2, 3, and 4 thing, and then a Crucial Electro.
I got to do a video with Man Parrish, and then he knew you straight away when I said, "Oh, my mate Mickey Red Venom." He said, "Yeah, I remember that."
I
remember the
he's
record,
a nice guy, Man Parrish.
Yeah, he spoke highly of you. He's really funny, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a good character.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be doing some other stuff together at the moment. Well, in the future, should I say? I'm just working ideas. I can't say too much on camera, but it might be another classic of his. So leave that one in the air there.
Do you think that's true? I mean, he's not. I don't think he said it, but the first hip hop record was Hip Hop Bebop. Do you think that's likely?
I'm not sure. It must be definitely one of the most earliest ones.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I'm not sure. I know the Sugar Hill Gang is 79, but that was with a band, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's there.
Someone will come in the comments now.
Yeah. I was trying to work out the dates in my head.
Do you know what's mad? Right, because we're older now, but we probably.
But you just give a link to something I said before when I said I wasn't going to tell you what it was.
Do I have to delete that out?
Nah, watch this space.
Yeah.
There's the clue then.
Do you know what? Like I I mean, sometimes I feel old, but then 'cause I'm 54 now. But most of the time, I'm just me. And then I'll say to younger people like Sasha, like DJ Sasha, and they look at me blankly, and you know what I mean, don't you? And you've never heard of him. And then hip hop's been going since 80s, in Manchester probably since 86, hasn't it? But hip hop's still going, and they don't know anything about the old hip hop.
There is quite a few, but there is some that do. You know, there's a lot of it's coming back round again. You know, like the 90s stuff and stuff like that, especially with skaters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the 80s stuff. There might be a few people like that, but it's more the 90s that's caught wind, and you know, again, people getting onto it, like Far Side and stuff like that. But it has been used in a lot of like, so they did a film called Mid-90s, so it's been used, it's based in the 90s about a skater, and the soundtrack is obviously 90s hip hop, so I think that's generated a push of it, you know, resurging and stuff, and then some TV commercials sort of revamp it, don't they?
Yeah.
And stuff like that. I remember Rapper's Delight being done with the babies. Was it? I can't remember what commercial it was. Might have been Pampers or something like that. I can't remember. And they had all these like babies breakdancing and stuff to Rapper's Delight on some commercial, and that sort of revamps it where they're playing that song again.
Yeah.
So yeah. But that's what we were doing. We were teaching like the history, you know, of hip hop, because a lot of the kids don't know where it comes from.
Yeah.
And I think this is the missing gap. I mean, you get a lot of rock people or blues people or jazz people, and the younger ones, and they know where it comes from and the thing. But it's like hip hop's been divided with this, like, this is old school, this is new school. This, you know, like there's a big bridge across it and stuff like that. And people were like judging it like that, you know. Like I think it's like a divide by the media.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I mean, some of the stuff you hear now when they're rapping about, I can't understand what they're saying, like the mumble rap and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's no lyrics or anything, you know, like that. Do you know what I mean? There's no real like techniques. There's no passion or pride in some of them, but there is a lot of younger ones doing underground stuff that's pretty getting big. You know what I mean? It's like got the technique and the skills of someone, you know, of the traditional like hip hop beats and stuff.
Do you know what I used to love doing? That when I was buying hip hop inputs, do you know when the album was Ultimate Breakbeat?
Oh yeah.
I used to love tracking down what the record was.
Yeah. I used to love them.
Yeah.
I mean, I got into a lot of the old music by that. You know, this is like
same here.
So they linked it like I remember Pos using I Get Lifted, and then years then I played the break, and I rapped over it.
Why was I Get Lifted?
Yeah. Who was it by now? Oh God, I was playing it the other day. I Get Lifted, Casey and the Sunshine Band. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And Pos loops it, which had been sampled by Kane.
Yeah.
And then later on, Redhead Kingpin with the Did the Right Thing and stuff like that. And then he sampled it, and then I said, "I think I borrowed that record." I took the record back. I was playing the songs off it, the full song, for 6 on this, and then I got onto the other songs and stuff like that. But I grew up in a house of music and stuff, like with my mum was a music teacher and stuff, so a lot of the old like Motown stuff I'd heard, the jazz stuff, the blues, even opera and stuff, and musicals. So big on musicals as a kid, believe it or not. Fiddler on the Roof, West Side Story, loads of other stuff, Hair and stuff, and I used to listen to soundtracks for samples and stuff like that.
So I'm going to put you on the spot now, Mickey. Give me a rap, give me some freestyle, and do it about my channel. Do you want me to start you off? So I'm sat here today with the legend, Mickey.
It's the Manchester Scene Stories. We're drinking down, having a sip of Coke. We're talking about hip-hop history, and this is no joke, just like Rakim. So I'ma stack 'em. Come back with a freestyle. This is how I did it. It's R.E.D. in school like a museum. People say it on the stages. Where did you see him? In Gulliver's Live. We're bringing it down so hip-hop can survive. I'm talking about hip-hop history with Manchester Scene Stories. YouTube, subscribe. And make sure you stay this hip-hop to keep it alive. Paul, give me a subject, any subject matter.
Hip-hop back in the old day. Round that I make pauses.
DJ Pass scratching it up upon the 1210s, bringing hip hop again, changing the beat, bringing Peter Piper, taking it back to Tribe Called Quest, kind of check the technique. This is something else on the history of speak, KRS-One, stories for the philosophy. Now we're taking it back to hip hop, honestly. Not forgetting man Parrish with the boogie down Bronx, the hip hop, the bebop, the don't stop, the hip hop like Jamoni. Taking it back with the nucleus. This is the one and only where kids were wearing lino. Oh no, they weren't wearing lino. They were b-boying on lino, wearing Tashini and Feeler. This is how it goes, the real dealer. Signing off on Manchester Stories. It's not about the glory, it's about the truth. Paul Banks and Red Venom taking you back like a super sleuth.
Mickey Redeye, you have been admitted to this facility for inciting lyrical disorder in this society. You have poisoned the airways with the truth unknown to model man and have proved to be a danger to this industry. Is there anything you wish to say in your defense?
Mickey Redeye, yeah, I'm more than local. I drink bars, drive for Salford to Acapulco and grab my skull. I don't know where my brain's at, lost in space, but that's my natural habitat. I'm plus I'm bombing like a Lebanese army. Not Dr. Who, but Dr. Jack, I'm wicked high, mister. Swim like a lone shot, styles to the linen. Got more balls than a Ted Hammond, the round racketeer, fifth musketeer. They call me Dionysus, I drink whiskey and beer. El Loco, like Tony Montana, cause I smoke more shit than the whole of Havana. Tripping in 3D, been banned from your TV. Still you wanna be a super MC like me. It's Mickey who rocks this rhyme. Gets locked up and hits the mic every time. It's me.
This rhyme, you blow my mind like a whiskey and wine. Mickey, one more time, keep dropping those lyrics till I'm in my mind.
It's Mickey who rocks this rhyme. Gets locked up and hits the mic every time. It's Mickey.
It's Mickey, one more time, keep dropping those lyrics till I'm out of my mind.
Throw your hands in the air, better still put your feet up. I run like DMC in my Adidas. Peter Piper, who picked that pepper, the Dawn Decker says my mic sounds more nice than salt and pepper. Don't push it because it may come to shove. Fall vanish like Houdini. Show me one love, cause they cling to my style like James hits a toss, and then I score with the women like Henrik Lawson. The kill soul brother with the rhymes. When you need them, I will sign your deal, but you can't take my freedom, cause it's Mickey who rocks this rhyme. Gets locked up and hits the mic every time. It's me.
Mickey, rock this rhyme, you blow my mind like a whiskey and wine. Mickey, one more time, keep dropping those lyrics till I'm in my mind.
It's Mickey who rocks this rhyme. Gets blocked up and hits the mic every time. It's Mickey.
It's Mickey, one
more time.
keep dropping those lyrics till I'm out of my mind.
What's coming? Microphones are steady stomach. You said I wasn't. Now you gonna pull me cause I take up idols. When I'm suicidal, yeah, it's Red Eyed Michael. Acting on suicidal. Oh, you think I'm psycho? That's no crazy kicking. My microphone is licking. Couple feet for games that you never been insane. Playing Cypress Hill and chilling, billing with the penicillin. I'm off my mind, Mickey Redeye. Listen, my theme song. It's Mickey who rocks this rhyme. Gets locked up and hits the mic every time. It's me.
Mickey, rock this rhyme, you blow my mind like a whiskey and wine. Mickey, one more time, keep dropping those lyrics till I'm in my mind.
It's Mickey who rocks this rhyme. It's Mickey one more time. Dropping those lyrics till I'm out of my mind.
MICKEY.